increase from what we have now to then. And so it would actually peak at 36 degrees Celsius before it starts dropping around 6 p.m. It's going to be a relatively hot day. A relatively hot day, because I mean 36 degrees Celsius is a lot. Okay, and yeah, sunset is set around 8:49 p.m. today before the temperature drops to about 25 degrees, 24 degrees Celsius later tonight. So there you have it. Partly cloudy conditions are expected around 9 a.m. But once it is 10, 11 a.m., the heat will set in. So just dress in between, okay? You can wear a jacket to take off much later in the afternoon if you're still in the house and you're feeling cold and you want to step out. Might just wear a jacket or take a shawl that you can actually just take off later in the day when it gets really hot. Okay, so moving on from that, we'll then check out the motivation quote. And motivation quote for today is saying that one way to get the most out of life is to look upon it as an adventure. I'll take that again. One way to get the most out of life is to look upon it as an adventure. Now, looking at life as an adventure is a concept often attributed to publisher William Feather, and it also encourages embracing curiosity, resilience, and new experiences to maximize personal fulfillment. Now, this mindset actually transforms challenges into learning opportunities and reduce negativity and promotes a driven, a life driven by growth rather than by fear. Now, key aspect of this, living life as an adventure. First key aspect is to cultivate curiosity. Approach life daily with an open mind, right? Exploring new places, learning new things, trying to meet new people, if not physically, then online. Embracing uncertainty is also a very, very good way to approach this, because you have to view risks and challenges not as threats, but as essential, exciting component of the journey. Another part is to redefine adventure. What is adventure to you? Adventure does not require extreme grand travels, not necessarily you have to go to Ikogosi waterfall or Ikogosi spring or Irijesha waterfall or say, yeah, I'm going bungee jumping or skydiving. That's not, no, it doesn't necessarily have to be like that. It can actually be found in everyday life, right? By trying new routines, new food, or visiting local spots that you've never been to before. Another part is to foster resilience, right? Because viewing setbacks as opportunities to grow and learn is also very important when you're trying to see life as an adventure. And the last part is taking action, because you have to move beyond your comfort zones, right? Take calculated risks. And if you do not know how to do maths, don't bother. But really, take calculated risks and embrace spontaneity rather. So this philosophy suggests that a life filled with daring adventure is superior to one with no adventure at all. Like I always do say, participate in life. Don't let life pass you by. Don't watch it go by. I mean, you only live once and you don't know how long you're going to live for. So the quote says, one way to get most out of life is to look upon it as an adventure. So I'll be heading back to the music, and no worries, about 8:10 we go through the front pages of various Nigerian dailies. And in the meantime, this one is Adekunle Gold doing Don Corleone. Stick around and keep it locked. Don't go anywhere.
Said what I said, I'm the best, no competing. I don't talk in italics. Timbari my soul, you don't scare me. You don't want smoke. Check your mailbox, I don't send you my IV inbox. Répondez s'il vous plaît. Bring your other girls, that's fine by me. It's a lifestyle, Vogue. Amarawa. No, Amarawa. Move us and shake us, show your paper. No, nation. Amarawa. No, Amarawa. Go back, go easy, rock steady. Don't go Leon. Don Corleone. Get up and dance to my new dimension. You know I'm a bad musician. Araba style, oh boy, I'm this time that easy. Big fish, janala. Orissimo Coco, look at me, Delusion. Pinocchio, Lagos, London, Cali, and Bobby. I'm on the London, Ababa, Wando, Opish, Cypher. Amorawa. No, Amorawa. Move us and shake us, show your paper. No, nation, yeah. Amorawa. No, Amorawa. Go back, go easy, steady. Ekulelonika, Don Corleone. Ekulelonika, Don Corleone. Don Corleone. Full original of Ekulelonika, Pamu. Jiggy, Don Corleone.
Pourquoi voulez-vous que je sois comme le tournesol qui tourne autour du soleil? Je suis moi-même le soleil.
All right, 8 to 10 from the studios of Melody 100.7 FM. And this is Melody Sunrise on Melody 100.7 FM. My name is Bolabad, and it is time to go through the front pages of various Nigerian dailies. This morning, I have the Nigerian Tribune, the Guardian newspaper, Vanguard newspaper, the Nation newspaper, and the Punch newspaper this morning. All right, now we'll begin from the front page of the Punch newspaper this morning. Checking the first headline, and the first one I'll be taking says Makinde rules out defection plans after meeting Tinubu, and that story is on page 27 of the Punch newspaper this morning. CJ declines to probe Fubara, Speaker heads to Apex Court, and that story is on page 27 of the Punch newspaper this morning. Supreme Court closes Kudirat Abiola's murder case, frees Al Mustafa, and that story is on page 28 of the Punch newspaper. Now checking out the biggest headline on the front page of the Punch newspaper this morning: abductions. United States demands action. Federal government vows to track bandits. Story has two riders attached to it. Says Rubado meets United States envoys as Washington pressures Abuja on insecurity. The second rider says a mother recounts giving birth in Kaduna kidnappers hideout. And that story is on page 2 of the Punch newspaper as well this morning. Tinubu approves commercial oil drilling in Ogun, and that story is on page 19 of the Punch newspaper this very morning as well. Checking out another headline, someone said attack scare. That is the kicker of the story. Police deploy officers to top Lagos schools. Pages 4 and 5 of the Punch newspaper this very morning. Now checking out the front page of the Nation newspaper this morning. Fire share raises dust over Makinde's villa visit. Stories on page 5 of the Nation newspaper this morning. To another headline, Sanwo-Olu sponsors get kudos from AU Afrima. Stories on page 28 of the Nation newspaper this morning as well. Police declare bomb scare in Lagos. Schools falls, and that stories on page 27 of the Nation newspaper this morning. Local federal contractors get 152 billion naira payout, and that stories on page 25 of the Nation newspaper this morning. Nigeria United States security talks yielding results, says federal government. Stories on the front page, but continues on page 2 of the Nation newspaper this morning. To another headline, Tinubu posts ambassadors to United States, France High Commissioner to United Kingdom. Stories on page 3 of the Nation newspaper as well this morning. New agric focus will curb inflation, says Shatima. Story is on the front page but continues on page 3 of the Nation newspaper this morning. The biggest headline on the front page of the Nation newspaper: Rivers CJ gives conditions to raise impeachment panel. And that story has a writer attached to it. Says my hand is fettered by the court orders. Stories on the front page continues on page 2 as well of the Nation newspaper this morning. 24 Nigerian universities in top global rankings. If you want to check, it's on page 4 of the Nation newspaper this morning. Nigeria's economic reforms working, says IMF. Stories on page 3 of the Nation newspaper as well this morning. Now checking out the front page of Vanguard newspaper this morning: 4 trillion naira debt. That is the kicker of this headline. Federal government bows to pressure, pays 152 billion naira to contractors. Stories on page 19 of Vanguard newspaper this morning. Why I declined to constitute panel to probe for Bara, Rivers CJ says. And that story is on page 12 of Vanguard newspaper as well this morning. NJC OK's 14 lawyers as Federal High Court judges. And that story is on page 8 of Vanguard newspaper this morning. And checking out another one, says Kudirat Abiola's murder. That is the kicker. Supreme Court dismisses case against Major Alam Mustafa. And that story is on page 6 of Vanguard newspaper this morning. 2027, that is the kick of this headline. Saraki calls for credible polls, effective fight against graft. And that story is on page 8 of Vanguard newspaper this morning. I'm comfortable in PDP, Makinde declares after meeting Tinubu. Stories on page 10 of Vanguard newspaper as well this morning. Kaduna abductions, that is the kick of the biggest headline on the front page of Vanguard newspaper. United States raises fresh concerns, tasks federal government on stronger actions. Story has a handful of riders attached to it. First one says, we are intensifying military operations in affected areas, says federal government. SMBLF demands immediate rescue of victims. Another rider says, this is the 23rd attack on our community, says villager. Rescue worshippers apprehend kidnappers, Speaker Bass tasks security agencies. And that's another rider. Another rider says Sokapu condemns abductions, calls for urgent government action. South Kaduna Christian leaders declare 2-day fasting for victims' safe return. And the final rider says, I am personally monitoring operations, says Governor Sani. All of that can be found on page 5 of Vanguard newspaper this very morning. So another headline: Akpabio Natasha resume legal battle as Senate President appeals. Stories on page 9 of Vanguard newspaper this morning. To sports column: AFCON 2027, that is the kickers where Eagles begin qualifying campaign September. Stories on page 29 of Vanguard newspaper this very morning. Now moving on to the front page of the Guardian newspaper this morning. First headline I'll be taking says, federal government warns against consumer extortion, orders free installation of 500,000 meters. Stories on page 7 of the Guardian newspaper this very morning. CSO knocks National Assembly on prolonged recess, warns Electoral Act delay threatens 2027 poll. Stories on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. ADC confirms Obi Usman as strong coalition members. Stories on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper this morning as well. So the biggest headline on the front page: outpour services, high cost, easy drug access, fuel addiction crisis. That is the biggest headline on the front page of the Guardian newspaper. You can find that story on big story pages 4 and 5 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Christian leaders declare fasting prayer over Kajuru abduction. Stories on page 30 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. AKT 2027, that is the kick of the said line. Political parties to pay 60 million naira campaign advert fees. Story is on page 28 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Court prescribes industrial actions as Wike sues FCTA workers. Stories on page 30 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Drama, right? Rivers CJ declines to constitute probe panel against Fubara, and that story is on page 29 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Government pledges food security as United Nations sets 35 million Nigeria at hunger risk. Stories on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper this morning as well. Federal government reiterate religious freedom as report cites 72% of global Christian killings in Nigeria. Stories on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. To the front page of Nigerian Tribune this morning, ambassadors, that is the kicker. Tinubu posts are to United States of America, post Arre to United States of America, Oke to France, Dakingari to Turkey. Story House a writer says Dalhatu, his High Commissioner designate to United Kingdom. I beg your pardon. That story is on page 27 of Nigerian Tribune this morning. To another headline, Fubara, that is the kicker. Chief Judge rejects request to constitute impeachment panel, and that story is on page 4 of Nigerian Tribune this morning. The biggest headline on the front page of Nigerian Tribune this morning reads Kaduna abduction as the kicker. United States wants Nigeria to strengthen protection of Christians. First rider attached to it says Southern Kaduna Christian leaders declare 2-day fasting over safe return of abducted worshippers. Another rider says Southern Middle Belt leaders forum wants suspension, thorough investigation of police officials who denied abduction. Stories on page 3 of Nigerian Tribune this morning. To another headline, I am comfortable in PDP, says Makinde. The writer reads, meets with Tinubu at Villa. Stories on the front page continues on page 3 of Nigerian Tribune this morning. United Nations says 35 million Nigerians risk hunger after global funding collapse. And that story is on page 31 of Nigerian Tribune this very morning. To another headline, Nigeria's cashew export hit $400 million. And that story is on page 11 of Nigerian Tribune this morning. To the health column, milk whole bread diets dramatically reduce cholera infections, says experts. And that story is on page 12 of Nigerian Tribune this morning. To another headline, oil drilling at Ogun Waterside or Lokola deep sea port set to take off. Stories on page 12 of Nigerian Tribune as well this very morning. And that is as far as we can go. Checking out the front pages of various Nigerian dailies this morning. On Melody Sunrise, the time is 8:21. And do not forget that by 8:30, the sports crew will be in the studios to take us through the exciting world of sports and everything that comes with it. All right, so it is back to the music, and this one is Alex Waring doing Ordinary. Stick around.
They say the holy water's watered down, and this town's lost its faith. Our colors will fade eventually, so if our time is running out, day after day, we'll make the mundane a masterpiece. Oh my, love. I take one look at you, you're taking me out of the ordinary. I want you laying me down to a dead and buried on the edge of your knife, staying drunk on your mind. The angels up in the clouds are jealous, know what we found. Something so wrong with the ordinary. You got me kissing the ground of the sanctuary. Shadow me when you talk. Oh Lord, return me to dust. The angels up in the clouds are jealous, know what we found. hearts are jealous knowing we found the ordinary. You got me kissing the ground, sanctuary. Tell me when you talk, glory to me now. Angels up in the clouds are jealous knowing we found.
Melody FM 100.7.
Shine me jaw, follow down with me jaw, cause I'm really lost. I've seen it all, I'm already gone. Wine slow, my rain love, gon' give me love. She tell me say she go change out for me. Go read my show me. Now only money fit to shake her body. She go leave out for me. Fancy my gay. Last night we just go for me. Forget about you today. I'll give you love, that's right. She told me running. Oh no, go out comforting me. Let more body me, put your body me. I know you go eyes don't want me. She say not really, could they button me. Go out comforting me. Let more body me, put your body me. I know you go eyes don't want me. She say not really, could they button me. I know you got some money, me, oh mon ami, je m'en bats ni. I don't care, je m'en jet dinner, je m'en long for me, my jet could be. Anytime you got it tampon, I don't say that night, no go transform, but I want to let you know, say anything I could provide. Caramel body, anybody like Kurudo, so cool. Caramel, corridor, ballon, fratto, I wish you could. Getting agitated when you never say yes. Do I see like us do? Money now with the CP. Nibo. Go out comforting me, let more body me, put your body me. I know you go eyes on money me. She say not really, could they button me? Go out comforting me, let more body me, put your body me. I know you go eyes on money me. She say not really, could they button me? Comforting me, let more body me, put your body me. I know you go eyes don't want me. She say not really, could they button me?
Melody 100.7 FM. Stay cool with Melody.
Don't forget. You don't forget. Pushing me go, you calling me vanilla. Too late to cry, was our last cinemas. Funny man died, not only man bury him. You left the star and the chandelier. Pushing me go, you calling me vanilla. Too late to cry, was our last cinema. Funny man died, not only man bury him. You left the star and the chandelier. Pushing me go, you calling me vanilla. Try when I be cooling hands, but the man die, not only man bury him. You let the star, the chandelier. No paradise, fan rocky. You know if you gonna beat us like coffee. Just because say you know see I'm well. Don't mean say make you look I'm less. When I test you, you reply emoji. You back in my face, you don't give notice. When I jam on rock, I know see Moses. I try water plenty. Everything on a blessing. Black or my love for everything on vanilla. Too late to cry, was a last cinema. Funny man died, and funny man bury him. You left the star and the chandelier. Show me go, you calling me vanilla. Too late to cry when I be cooling down. Funny man died, and funny man bury him. You left the star and the chandelier. Nobody can say the future. Why you go home to the
All right, Monarchy doing Chandelier right there, and this is Melody Sunrise on Melody 100.7 FM, 8:30 a.m. from the studios, and my name is Bolabad. It is time to talk sports, and I have the sport Bam Bam Akimbo Bola in the studios this morning. A beautiful morning to you.
Good morning, Bolabad.
How's it going?
Very fine. It's nice to be on the program today, and it's a lot to talk about in the ever excited world of sport. There's a lot going on, and for CAF, they are set to decide the Morocco and Senegal's case before Tuesday. That's next week Tuesday, and also CAF.
What is going on with them? I thought Senegal won.
Yeah, but the whole insecurity, they arrested some Senegal fans and all of it. And also the coach of Senegal, yes, that man had to tell the players to leave the pitch at some point in time. So, they're about to decide all of that. And also CAF, they're set to postpone AFCON to 2027. They want to postpone because AFCON is going to come up. It's supposed to come up next year. Yeah, be this year. I beg your pardon, this year. So now they're set to postpone it to
2027.
No, not 2027, to the fourth cycle, because right now AFCON is about to be just like the Euros. It's about to be 4 years. Usually it's always 2 years, but now it's 4 years. So they want to start it from this year, this AFCON. So they're about to postpone the AFCON coming up, but it's yet to be decided. And also we saw games in the Europa League, and the Australian Open still continues in the world of tennis, basketball also. So there's a lot to talk about in the ever exciting world of sport, yeah.
Okay, so that and more will be coming your way between now and 9 a.m. I'll be stepping aside now and paving the way for Sport Bam Bam to take you on that trip. It's time to talk sports, and you're very much welcome.
From deep and out. That's a smashing ball. It's Martins.
Josie, your ball, a good ball.
And it's just out to the bow.
Goal or Desi.
What a wonderful finish. That is the most embarrassing own goal. Oh, what a goal. That's something out of nothing. He struck it sweetly. And does he ever score ordinary goals? They're all copybook stuff.
All right, it's another beautiful time again to talk sport right here at the Melody 100.7 FM. These segments on Melody Sunrise is where we serve you the best of sporting stories, making the rounds in the ever exciting and ever buzzing world of sport. All right, it's a lot to talk about today. The Australian Open continues with the likes of Carlo Alcaraz progressing to the next round. NBA, yes. For Golden State Warriors, their woes continue. We also talk about the round letter ball of football and give you some update on transfer, yes, and football. All right, I'm Akimbo Bola Egofemi. Welcome aboard.
Yeah, well, obviously in his mind early that he has to disrupt.
Manages to pick up his third Grand Slam title.
Game. Alcaraz. 3 sets to love. 6-2, 6-4, 6-1.
His most impressive performance of the tournament so far. The quest for the career Grand Slam still on for the world number one.
All right, so that was how we had that between world number one Carlo Alcaraz and Corentin Moutet. Now, talking about the third round of the Australian Open, it got away today with Carlo Alcaraz, Aryna Sabalenka, and Coco Gauff among the standout names looking to punch their tickets into the second week of the tournament. Now, after dropping in the opening set, hot seed Coco Gauff has secured an impressive 3-6, 6-3, and 6-0, yes, comeback win over compatriot Eli Baptiste, setting up a blockbuster fourth round meeting with Karolina Muchova. And for Karolina Muchova, she was in a superb form this morning as she swept aside Magda Linette 6-1, 6-1 in just 63 minutes. And for men, top seed Carlo Alcaraz has cruised into the fourth round in Melbourne with the Spaniard proving comfortably too strong for Corentin Moutet 6-2, 6-4, 6-1, and he will face 19th seed Tommy Paul next. And meanwhile, on the women's side of the draw, Yuliana Putizeva is through after a hard 4-6-3, 6-3 triumph over Turkey's Zeynep Somez. And for Daniil Medvedev, he made a hard work for himself as he recovers from going 2 sets down to defeat Fabian Marozsan 6-7, 4-6, 7-5, 6-8, 6-3 to make it into the second week right there. And the world number 12 had 28 break opportunities in the match, converting 11 of them to move through. And the first 3 results of the day are in. On the women's side, world number 1, Aryna Sabalenka, as she survived 2 nervy tie breaks to eventually beat Anastasia Potapova 7-6, 7-6. Despite hitting 44 unforced errors, Sabalenka managed to come out on top in the crucial point to advance into the fourth round. And next, for the last year's finalist, Victoria Mboko, who got past Clara Taussig 7-6, 5-7, 6-3. Both players were broken 5 times in the match, but in the end, the Canadian held firm to progress. And for Linia Tien, she's the first male to get past the third round down under the thanks to a 7-6, 6-4, 6-2 victory over Nuno Bergs. The 25 seed converted 5 break points from 8 attempts, which helped him move through. So congratulations to the likes of Aryna Sabalenka, Daniil Medvedev, Carlo Alcaraz, and also Coco Gauff as she comes up against compatriot Eli Baptiste. And moving to the next round right there. All right, leaving tennis and straight to the NBA. All right, so the Philadelphia 76ers failed by 36 points from Tyrese Maxey and a triple-double from Joel Embiid beat the Houston Rockets 128-122 in an NBA overtime thriller on Thursday. The Cameroonian big man Embiid scored 32 points, grabbed 15 rebounds, and handed out 10 assists, posting the 9th triple-double of his career to help the Sixers end the Rockets' 3-game winning streak. And for the Rocket star, Kevin Durant scored 6 points and Amen Thompson added 17, but Thompson was scoreless in the fourth quarter. Even so, the Rocket led by 9 midway through the final frame. Maxey tying it up 115 with 40.1 seconds left. For Durant, he missed a potential go-ahead basket, then blocked a Maxey shot as they went to overtime. And the Sixers arguing for a goaltending call that would have sealed a win for them, but did not come. So for Philadelphia 76ers, they opened the extra session with 5 straight points and held on for a win punctured by Maxey dunk. And for Joel Embiid, he had cold words to say. He said, "We are locked in." Obviously, it starts on defense. We played faster. We didn't walk the ball up. At the end of the fourth and overtime, we executed. That was the words of Joel Embiid as they defeated the Rockets early this morning. In Dallas, Najee Marshall scored 30 points and added out 9 assists to lead the Mavericks to a 4th straight victory, 123-115 over the Golden State Warriors. For rookie Cooper Flagg and Maxi Christie, they added 21 points apiece for the Mavericks, who withstood a 38-point performance from Warrior star Stephen Curry, including 8 3-pointers. Wow, 8 3-pointers, but it wasn't enough for Golden State Warriors to defeat the Dallas Mavericks right there. For the Warriors, they have lost 2 straight since losing Jimmy Butler for the season with a torn knee ligament. And for Jonathan Kuminga, a pressed into service due to Butler's injury, scored 10 points for the Warriors before departing into the second quarter after hyperextending his left knee. So it's injury worries for Golden State Warriors as Jonathan Kuminga also joins Jimmy Butler. Right there, I mean, it's so sad for Golden State Warriors. At some point, they were getting themselves, but it looks like the injury of Jimmy Butler and Jonathan Kuminga would really affect them. I don't think Stephen Curry will be able to do this alone. Even Draymond Green, Draymond Green doesn't know how to shoot. It's just all about defense. So it's more uncertainty for the Warriors and Kuminga, who had reportedly demanded a trade after being benched for 16 games by coach Steve Kerr. For the Chicago Bulls, they welcomed the return of Australian point guard Josh Giddey with a 120-115 victory over the Timberwolves in Minnesota. For Giddey, sidelined since December 20 with an hamstring injury, he came off to the bench to score 21 points. For Julius Randle, he led all scorers with 30 points for Minnesota as Timberwolves star Anthony Edwards finished with 20 points, connecting on just 9 of his 25 attempts from the field. All right, leaving basketball and straight to the round letter ball of football. Now, starting with the NSC in a bid to redeem unfulfilled pledges and also motivate active athletes, the National Sport Commission has set aside 12 billion naira each as a special support for deserving retired Nigerian athletes and coaches, as well as presidential rewards for successful Nigerian teams and athletes in the 2026 budget. And this has generated renewed calls for diligence after President Bola Ahmed Tinubu presented a 58 trillion naira budget, a budget of restoration to a joint session of the National Assembly last year, with Nigeria's sport budget for 2026 witnessing a 300% increase, thus from 78 billion allocated in 2025. Now, as contained in the appropriation details cited by our correspondent, yes, rather, the Sports Commission has earmarked a total of 4 billion to cater for retired athletes and coaches, fulfill unredeemed federal government obligations, and reward successful Nigerian athletes and teams at continental and international events this year. So over the years, retired Nigerian athletes have been forced to cry out over long-standing, unfulfilled promises while some have also sought assistance over health challenges. In June 2025, the federal government fulfilled its 3-decade-old promise of house allocations to members of the 1994 Super Eagles squad that won the African Cup of Nations in Tunisia. And recently, the NSC chairman, Shehu Diko, led a presidential delegation to present documents of national awards and landed properties to players of the Super Eagles in Morocco following their silver medal finish at the 2023 African Cup of Nations. For Diko, he has assured that cash, houses, and land pledges made to the members of the Super Falcons and the Tigers are ready, noting that the Commission's determination to ensure prompt settlement of all pending pledges are right there. I mean, several players have been coming out to speak as regards the federal government neglecting them after retirement. I remember this legend, Taribo West, came out to speak after one of their legends, Peter Rufai, died, and he was like, he's so disappointed that they are being neglected after what they have done for Nigerians right there. A lot of people came out to speak, and they felt like, I mean, you guys made a lot of money during your time playing football. Why you see demanding for the federal government? But now the NSC budgets $4 billion for outlets, retired internationals right there. I mean, it's still all the best to the NSC, and also it's going to help these players because some of them battle challenges and they need help. You know, 30 years, 20 years from when you were making money, it's so long. You know, football doesn't have retirement plans for you. You make your money while still active, and when you're probably 35, 36, you're old. So big ups to the NSC as the plan for athletes and also retired internationals. All right, leaving the NSC and straight to CAF, the Confederation of African Football, CAF, is considering postponing the 2027 African Cup of Nations, that's the AFCON, according to the updates from the football governing body's headquarters in Cairo, Egypt. Now, the proposed postponement is linked to CAF's recent adjustment to the tournament's calendar, which is expected to align with the competition on a 4-year cycle, with the first edition under the new arrangement slated for 2028. Now, as a result of the calendar shift, CAF officials are said to be concerned that no host nation is fully prepared to stage the tournament in 2027 as originally scheduled. Now, consequently, CAF is already weighing plans to move the 2027 AFCON to 2028. The tournament was earlier awarded to be jointly hosted by Tanzania, Uganda, and Kenya, but a final decision is expected to be communicated by CAF in the coming months after consultation with 3 host nations and other key stakeholders. So for CAF, they're looking forward to postponing the next AFCON for 2028. I mean, following the recent aligned competition cycle, which is 4-year right there, announced by the CAF president, Patrice Motsepe. Now, still talking about CAF, the Confederation of African Football is expected to announce its decision on the disciplinary case involving Morocco and Senegal before next Tuesday, following the disturbance that marked the final of the 2025 African Cup of Nations. Now, according to information gathered, CAF, a disciplinary committee, is working under a strict timeline with a verdict on Senegal's case possibly reached within the next 48 hours. The Continental Football Governing Body is keen to conclude the matter promptly in order to preserve the integrity of the competition and enforce its relegation. So top CAF decision makers are said to be closely involved in the process, underscoring the seriousness with which the incident is being treated. The governing body is determined to act swiftly and decisively to address any breaches of conduct that occurred during the high-profile encounter. Both Morocco and Senegal are expected to be formally notified of the outcome once deliberations are concluded, with potential sanctions to be communicated in line with CAF disciplinary code right there. So for Senegal, even after winning the AFCON, it's still not over. Decisions are being made. They're going to be communicated as regards what's set to happen after the final. Remember that the final ended with Senegal clinching the AFCON, but it did stop there because of the old drama where Senegal at some point left the pitch when the referee gave a penalty to Morocco right there. And talking about arrested Senegalese fans involved in crowd disturbance during the final of the 2025 African Cup of Nations, they have appeared before a Moroccan court for the first time. A total of 18 Senegalese supporters were arrested last Sunday following the incident of misconduct and vandalism during the tournament's final match, which was held in Morocco. Security officials intervened after the section of the crowd engaged in unruly behavior that led to damage within and around the stadium. The fans were paraded before the court on Thursday as legal proceedings formally commenced. Details of the charges brought against them were not fully disclosed at the time of filing the report. Meanwhile, the Confederation of African Footballers, CAF, is yet to issue an official statement regarding the incidents or clarify the possible sanctions, if any, that may arise from the unrest. The fate of the arrested supporters remain uncertain as the investigation continues. Further updates are expected as both Moroccan authorities and CAF address the situation surrounding the unfortunate scenes that marred the finals of the Africa's biggest football tournament. So a total of 18 Senegalese supporters are still in the camp of Morocco, and they are waiting their charges are being brought against them in the courts right there. I'm sorry that Senegal too will not be sleeping. They would be trying to help the supporters get freedom right there at Morocco. All right, leaving CAF and straight to Nigerian players abroad. And after enduring a dry spell without a club, Emmanuel Dennis finally has a new home after joining Danish club Brøndby. And for Brøndby, they announced the deal yesterday, noting that the player will remain with the club until the summer of 2028. For Dennis, he has been without a club since last summer after Nottingham Forest terminated his contract as part of their squad clearout. The Nigerian international was deemed surplus to requirements and did not feature in any of Forest's preseason games before his departure. The 28-year-old has struggled for regular playing time over the past 2 years, but he now looks ready to put that behind him after a pressing during the training at his new club. So it's all the best to Emmanuel Dennis as he's set to join the Danish club Brøndby. Right there, he's been without a club for a long time. I remember, it was all glamour for him when he joined Nottingham Forest with the likes of Olaino in the club and also Taiwo Awoniyi. And just like we have it in Fulham right now, we had it in Nottingham Forest where we have 3 players from Nigeria, but he didn't go gaga for the 28-year-old. But now he's set to resume to his new club, which is Brøndby in the Danish club right there. Still talking about Nigerian players abroad, Super Eagles captain Wilfred Oye-Ididi has been offered to Manchester United as he seeks to return to the Premier League just 6 months after leaving Leicester City. The 29-year-old midfielder joined the Turkish giants Besiktas in the summer, bringing to an end 8-year spell in England, but is reportedly anxious to return to the Premier League. Speaking on his YouTube channel on Thursday, Romano disclosed that Ndidi has been presented to the Red Devils as a possible option to bolster their midfield for the second half of the competition. Now, despite the Nigerian international willingness and readiness to return to England, Romano revealed that Manchester United are yet to make any formal offer for his service. A reliable journalist, Ben Jacobs, told fan outlets that United stand that Besiktas are contemplating a sell with a loan. Yes, a loan with an option or a conditional obligation potentially on the table at roughly $12 to $15 million right there. At some point in Ndidi's career, it was being offered to United, but he didn't join United. Then he was younger, about 25, 26-year-old right there. But now he's set to join United. Hopefully he makes that move. All right, later today, we'll talk about some of these stories extensively on the Cruise Show. Until later today when I come your way again. I'm Akimbo Bola Egofemi. Good morning.
Stereo, it beats for you, so listen close. Hear my thoughts in every note. Oh, oh. Maybe when you feel low. This melody was meant for you. Sing along to my stereo.
Gbogbo èyí tẹ́ fẹ́ ṣe ayẹyẹ ọlọ́kan-ò-jọ̀kan bíi wedding, concert, church crusade, film premiere, tẹ́ nílò indoor LED screen. Iléeṣẹ́ Gold Mender Media ló kájú ẹ̀. Mo ti kó screen dé bíbá lọ́lọ́kan-ò-jọ̀kan léyìí tí ìbẹ́ẹ̀tì tí náà fi ṣe dáadáa tí ó fi ṣàánú yàtọ̀. Indoor LED screen tó múlẹ̀ rókòso gbangba gidigba. Ṣé ìnílò screen fún sẹ́mínà yín tó ń bọ̀ àbí fún anniversary yìí tẹ́ fẹ́ ṣe? Ẹ̀yà tara ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ìkọ̀sílẹ̀ iṣẹ́ Gold Mender Media lọ́dọ̀ wọn nìkan lẹ ti lè rí indoor LED screen tó fọkànbalẹ̀ tí ò ní ṣe bàlàbàlà. Ṣé ni wọ́n lulẹ̀ yìí ti fẹ́ lò ní àbórí field látòrí 100k ní rentage wọn ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. Ẹ̀yà tara ṣàṣàkẹ́ máa bọ̀ sí ọ́fíìsì wọn tó wà ní Road 1A Olúsọjí Avenue extension off WCCI Road Olúyọ̀lé Ìbàdàn tàbí ọ́fíìsì wọn tó wà ní number 28 Amadasu Street Ìgbó Ẹ̀fọ́ Lẹ́kí Etí Òsà Lagos State. Telephone 0803-413-6370 tàbí 0912-188-5200. Iléeṣẹ́ Gold Mender Media ló fi ní lọ́kàn balẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn screen ìgbàlódé fún ayẹyẹ tẹ́ ẹ bá fẹ́ ṣe ẹ gbà bẹ́ẹ̀.
All right, 8:56 a.m. from the studios of Melody 100.7 FM. This is still Melody Sunrise, and my name is Bolabad. Yes, by 9 a.m. we're going straight into the People's Assembly, where we get to talk about certain things that has actually been credited to a senator in the country. Okay, he's a senator, he's a former governor of Edo State, and he made a statement yesterday that has been sending lots of people into frenzies. Okay, so we're looking at that, and hopefully I'd be getting you to contribute as well and tell me the situation of things at your end, if truly what he said is right or not. Anyway, in the meantime, this one is Ira Star and Giveon doing Last Heartbreak. Stick around.
Why not they get my time? Is there someone else? You they do me corny, every day new story, Say I just they waste my time, cause you don't become someone else. See palava for me, you know they touch my body, It feels good to love somebody and somebody loves you back. But it feels one-sided now. It feels one-sided now. You don't have to pretend about it, cause it's crystal clear now. Guess it's back to the good times. I'll be gone by the sunrise. I'll be better on my own. I'll be better on my own. Nah. Nobody should call my phone. Nobody should call my phone. Nah. This is my last heartbreak song. This is my last heartbreak song. Nah. I'll be good on my own. I'll be good on my own. Nah.
Why you so quick to leave when we both can make it work? When I'm gone, I'll make you nervous. If you hurt me, I deserve it. I've been acting foolishly, forgetting what you were. You stopped loving me, I know. But even chaos serves a purpose. It feels good to love somebody and somebody loves you back. So don't give in till you change mine, cause I'll be here for a lifetime. You don't have to pretend about it, cause it's crystal clear now. Guess it's mine to the good times, and I'll be gone by the sunrise.
I'll be better on my own. I'll be better on my own. Nobody should call my phone. Nobody should call my phone. Nah. This is my last heartbreak song. This is my last heartbreak song. Nah. I'll be good on my own. I'll be good on my own. Nah.
biggest radio station is 100.7. What's the big difference? We play anything like this. And this. And even this. A bigger variety with the biggest music library. 100.7. We play anything.
Let's do it.
From Melody 100.7 FM, Ibadan, Oyo State, Nigeria. The time is 9 a.m.
She said you don't want this heart, boy, it's already broke. Told me everything she touched just goes up in smoke. Only stay a couple nights, then she gon' be gone. I said, baby, you should know that's what I want. That's what I want, that's what I want. That's what I want, that's what I want. That's what I want, what I want. Now you ain't gotta worry about no trust issues with me. I got them too, I got them too. Now you ain't gotta worry about no exes, that's crazy. I got them too, you know I do. If you're in a hurry, now you ain't gonna hurt me tonight. And it won't be the worst thing if this is all it is. And in the middle of a kiss, she said, you don't want this heart, boy, it's already broke. Told me everything she touched just goes up in smoke. Only stay a couple nights, then she gon' be gone. I said, baby, you should know that's what I want. That's what I want, that's what I want. That's what I want, that's what I want. That's what I want, that's what I want.
There are no hard feelings if you only wanna act like others do. For a night or two. And sometimes in the morning go back to being someone you never knew. You never knew. Baby, don't you worry. You ain't gonna hurt me tonight. It won't be the worst thing if this is all it is.
Then she kissed me again and said, you don't want this heart, boy, it's already broke. Told me everything she touched just goes up in smoke. Only stay a couple nights, then she gon' be gone. I said, baby, you should know that's what I want. She said, you don't want this heart, no, it can't be fixed. And I ain't ready to try on a night like this. But if you still wanna stay, there ain't nothing wrong. I said, baby, you should know that's what I want. That's what I want, that's what I want. That's what I want, that's what I want. That's what I want, that's what I want. Yeah, yeah. That's what I want, that's what I want. That's what I want, that's what I want.
That's what I want, that's what I want.
Morgan Wallen doing What I Want to Know with Tate McRae, and it is 3 minutes past 9 a.m. from the studios. This is Melody 100.7 FM, and my name is Bolabad. Okay, so we are about to dive straight into the conversation set to take place right now. Okay, I did mention that we'll be talking about something a statement that a former governor and a sitting senator of the country did make, and how it has sent a lot of people into a frenzy on social media. Now, Nigerians are now saying food is becoming too cheap. And this is a statement credited to Senator Adams Oshiomhole. Now, Senator Adams Oshiomhole has stirred reactions following a statement or comment he made during an appearance on Channels Television while defending the government's economic reforms. Now, responding to a question on whether the promised radical reforms were carried out, at the expense of the average Nigerian, Oshiomhole said the truth is We promised radical reforms. And when pressed further, he dismissed the idea of reforms hurting ordinary citizens, asking, who are the average persons? You pick these things from the mouth of the people. He went on to challenge the host, saying, have you gone to see the people complaining? There are Nigerians now saying food is becoming too cheap. Oshiomhole has also insisted that the concerns raised by the host were not supported by evidence, maintaining that the claims being made were largely speculative and not backed by verified facts. So, yes, that's the statement we'll be looking at today. The statement of, the sitting senator and former governor of Edo State, Senator Adams Oshiomhole, stating that, Nigerians are now saying, that is you and I, are now saying that food is becoming too cheap. Not that it is cheap. Not that it is getting bearable. It is too cheap. Now, the studio lines are very much open and active. Debunk or ascertain or corroborate what the senator said. Is it true? Is food getting too cheap at your end or not? Tell me, how much is bag of rice at your end? How much are you buying a Congo or a Derica right now? Or maybe palm oil or vegetable oil? Now, people are saying that these, or even Gary, tell me if it is becoming too cheap at your hand, just to reinforce and drive home what the senator is saying, or tell me if it is wrong, if it is getting just bearable or getting a bit just there, not too cheap. Let me know. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Judging with your own locality, that is where you stay, or your vicinity, the markets that you frequent to buy food stuff. Is food getting too cheap in Nigeria? Emphasizing the fact that the reforms are working. If you're listening for the first time, Melody Sunrise airs every weekday from 8 to 8:55. So it's a 9:55 rather. And between 9 a.m. and 9:30, People's Assembly comes up, and then we get to talk about things like this, things going on in the country. Sometimes we talk politics, sometimes we talk societal issues. And today we're looking at economy, and sometimes we talk about things going on in your state as well. So it is a parliament setting where I will be serving as the Honorable Speaker of the House, which I just did, bring a conversation to the forefront and talk about it and open the studio lines to you, my beloved Honorable, because there is always an Honorable, and there are Honorables of any parliament and also a Speaker of a parliament. So you, on the other hand, will be serving as the Honorable of the House for today. So you get to call me, send messages, or drop comments on Facebook and let me know if what I'm saying is right, or just drop your 2 cents concerning the conversation at hand. Food is getting too cheap, according to Senator Adams Oshiomhole. Is it true? Is it false? What do you think of the entire thing? Looking at the economic reform, do you think it is working, or you think it is not? 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Those are the numbers to call me up on or to send messages to. You can also head to Facebook and drop your comments on Facebook at Melody 100.7 FM on Facebook. That is Melody 100.7 FM. Food is getting too cheap in the markets. Is it true? Is it false? Call me, send messages, let me know what your take is this morning. I'll take it again. Says some Nigerians are now saying food is becoming too cheap. And that is what the senator said. He's actually stirred reactions following that particular comment he made on live television while it was being interviewed. Now, he was responding to a question on whether the promised radical reforms were carried out at the expense of the average Nigerian. And Shemale said the truth is we promised radical reforms. When pressed further, he dismissed the idea of reforms hurting ordinary citizens, asking who are the average persons. You pick these things from the mouth of the people, he said. He went on to challenge the O, saying that, have you seen people complaining? People are not complaining. There are Nigerians now saying food is becoming too cheap. Oshamale also insisted that the concerns raised by the host that was interviewing him were not supported by evidence, maintaining that claims being made were largely speculative and not backed by verified facts or evidence. 07055 071 007 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. In a country where just last weekend a Nigerian actually saw a receipt of things bought in 2020 and decided to go buy everything on that list, and it was about 50 times difference, like in prices. And there is Senator Adams Oshiomhole saying that food is becoming cheap, and some Nigerians are saying food is becoming too cheap. Safe, it's not even about cheap, it's becoming too cheap. Let me know what you think. Hello, good morning, Honorable.
My Honorable Speaker, good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Honorable. Your name and where you're calling from, sir?
Yeah, it's Honorable Iwale from Mania.
Good to have you on the show this morning. Let's have your take.
Anyway, politicians will like to make a political statement. What Oshiomhole is saying, that's a sweet mouth politician. When you say food items is too cheap, meaning that Congo of rice supposed to be 500 naira. Congo of gari supposed to be 50 naira. Loaf of bread supposed to be 20 naira. When you are saying something is too cheap. But to me, that is a political statement. Wrap of eba still remain 200 naira when you get to canteen. Wrap of fufu still remain 200 naira when you get to canteen. Or in some places where it's the street canteen, but when you get to all these big menu items or something, I don't want to mention it.
Yeah.
A plate starting from 2,000 upwards. And you say food item is becoming too cheap. It's supposed to remove that word, too. So that too something that is using supposed not to be there. Okay. So let our government brace up and do something good.
All right.
So that when we are buying all these items, you made mention of a list now. That somebody check a list of 2000, 2020. Where he bought all the things in that list with that little amount. So when it happens now, if it happens now, we can now say, yes, kudos to Oshiomhole.
Oh, you're saying that if the amount spent back in 2020 is even cheaper than what was, if what was spent this year is cheaper than what was spent in 2020, we would have said his statement was correct, right? Okay.
But what is spent now is cheaper than what is spent.
No, it is not cheap. I'm saying you are saying that if what is spent in this 2026 is cheaper than what is spent in 2020, then we can say that, the senator is correct,
yes,
right?
That's how it's supposed to be now. But when you are saying something is too cheap and we are spending more than the previous years, it means you are not conversant to all the communal people in the street. So, because anyway, whatever they want to use, they always find it easier in their home because they are not the one going to the market. They have all what it takes in their store. Even up to petrol in their vehicle. The driver will just go to anywhere where they register their something. So they feed their tanks. So they don't know what the people are passing through. So that's why they are saying that even during this Christmas, only God knows the amount of gifts they received. The gifts that they may not even use up to July. So they are now saying something is too cheap in the market. They should take it to God help us.
Amen. Thank you.
Speaker.
Thank you so much. Good morning, sir. 07055 071 007 07055 071 007 or 07025 007. Call me or send messages. We're talking about the statement credited to Senator Adams Oshiomhole stating that some Nigerians are actually saying food is becoming too cheap, in the market. It's not that prices are coming down. No, it is becoming too cheap. And he actually said it is during an interview on television where the host was asking him if the economic reforms weren't actually put in place at the expense of an average Nigerian. And then Senator Adams Oshiomhole went on to say that all of these, statements by the host had no evidence. They're just speculative statements because there are Nigerians saying that food is becoming too cheap. Now, I'm asking a question this morning. Is he right or wrong, judging from the amount of stuff, or should I say prices of commodities that you buy in your vicinity? How much is a bag of rice? How much is a Congo of rice? How much is a Congo of gari? And all of our things that, Nigerians eat, or cassava. 07055 071 007. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Call me up, send messages. Let me know what your take is this morning. Are you for Senator Adams Oshiomhole or are you against what he said? 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Good morning, Honorable.
Good morning.
Good morning, Honorable. Your name and where you calling from, please?
Yeah, this is Honorable Adam Lala calling from Mucho Constituency.
Good to have you on the show this morning.
Thank you.
Is the weather touching you?
Go and sit down. Yes, sir.
Oh, sorry about that. I can sense from your voice. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah. So straight to Senator Adams Oshiomhole.
The man should just go and sit down. Let him go and find somewhere to sleep, lay his head. I don't know, maybe old age is what is disturbing him, and I don't think he's that old. That's his problem. Is he the one buying things in the market? We are the ones feeling the heat. Before this administration came into power, how much were we buying rice? How much were we buying gari? I could remember when I was in secondary school, though it's been a while, but when I take 50 naira to this very close market near my house, 50 naira, I will buy gari, I will buy kuli kuli, I will buy sugar. Even after there is no gari in the hostel again, I still supply people gari with that amount. It's funny. Yes. When I was in higher institution, we were buying, I will buy half bag of rice for less than 3,000. And I give people. But how much can that 3,000 buy now?
It's a lot. I remember back in 2015, when people were complaining about the price of bag of rice reaching 7,500 naira. And, back then, there was a day I was thinking back to it, and then I was wondering what those Nigerians, did they even think they would buy a bag of rice at 50,000, let alone 80,000 naira?
Really sad.
It is what it is.
It's really sad. See, the truth is, Nigerians are going through a lot at this time. We are going through a lot. If you say rice is cheap, how much were we buying rice before now? If you say pepper is cheap, how much were we buying pepper before now? Before, with 500 naira, I will cook soup for 1 week. I will even dash out. But now, what can 500 naira buy? Cannot even buy pepper. What are we saying? What is this saying? If he's getting these things for free, he should speak for himself. We know how we get ours. Things are too expensive. If Tinubu can just take things back to the way he met them, Nigerians will be more appreciative.
Oh my goodness. All right, 07055 or 07025201007, 07055 or 07025201007. Call me up or send messages. Let me know what your take is this morning. Hello, good morning, Honorable. Hello.
Hello. Good
Hi.
morning.
Good morning, Honorable. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Honorable Ibitu from Gate.
Okay.
Agodi Gate.
Agodi Gate. Okay, that is Agodi constituency. Good to have you on the show. Let's have your take.
All right. So my issue is not really about this man, Oshimori. The thing is, the interviewers, sometimes they should be asking them how much is this thing in their area. They have where they come from. So from there, they will get to know if they actually take this, they do the analysis, their own analysis well. That's why I love people like this man, Peter Obi. Because when he brings things like this, he will bring them with evidence, with proof. But these people, they will just sit down there and whatsoever they give them, they will accept. Though I know that the interviewer will not accept it, but what of the world? What of the people that are listening to it? So when they do this kind of interview, they should ask them the deep things inside so that they will be able to verify if it is true. Also, that other the world will also know, okay, this is what this person is saying. He is sure. That is my own take.
Thank you very much.
Even like now, we don't. What do we use five? Do we use 5 naira again? If prices of things are coming down.
You're going to as far as 5 naira. You're not even saying 20 naira.
It reflects in these currencies. So thank you so much.
Thank you so very much for your call. 07055 007 or 07025201007. You can also call me or send messages. Text me via WhatsApp. The WhatsApp line is 07055 071 07055 071 or 07025201007. Call me up or send messages. If you're just tuning in, this is Melody Sunrise on Melody 100.7 FM. My name is Bolabad, and we are having a conversation because we are live inside of the People's Assembly, and we're looking at the statement that was made by Senator Adams Oshiomhole, a statement that has actually sent a lot of people into, how would I say it, a level of excitement. Not a good one, though, as people have been reacting really bad to the statement. What did he say? He said Nigerians are now saying food is becoming too cheap in the country. 07055071007 or 07025201007. He actually said this on international television, that is on Channels Television, where he actually defended the government economic reforms. It actually said, responding to a question on whether the promised radical economic reforms were being carried out at the expense of an average Nigerian. But then Adams Oshiomhole said, the truth is we promised radical reforms. When pressed further, he dismissed the idea of reforms hurting ordinary citizens, asking who are the average Nigerians to begin with? Who are the average persons? You pick these things from the mouth of the people. He went on to challenge the host, saying that, have you gone to see people complaining? There are Nigerians now saying food is becoming too cheap. Oshiomhole also insisted that the concerns raised by the host was not supported by evidence, maintaining that the claims made were largely speculative and not backed with verified facts. Now over to you, my beloved Honorable. Do you think that food is becoming too cheap in Nigeria? 07055 071 or 07025 201 007. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Judging with your own locality, your vicinity, is food becoming too cheap? How much is a bag of rice? How much is a Congo of rice? How much is palm oil? How much is vegetable oil? Can we say that food is becoming too cheap and thereby enforcing, or should I say emphasizing, that the economic reforms is actually working? 07055 071 007 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. You can call me up, send messages, drop WhatsApp texts on 07055 071 007 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Call me, send messages, let me know what your take is this morning concerning the topic at hand or the conversation at hand. You can also send messages via SMS to either of the studio lines 07055 007 or 07025 201 007, or just head to Facebook. We're streaming live on Facebook at Melody 100.7 FM. That is Melody 100.7 FM on Facebook. This one is from Teddy. He says, I have to wonder why these. Okay, I have wondered why these politicians act like they live outside of Earth to always come up with different unrealistic theories. Well, question is, are things cheaper at your end or not? 07055 071 007, but I understand your plight, okay? 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007 07055 071 007. This one is known, it has no name attached to it. It says, where are the Nigerians? Who are they? Where are they from? And who knows them? Those Nigerians that said so. Okay, so are you saying that you're not agreeing? 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. We have about 3 more minutes to have this conversation. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Do you think food is getting too cheap in Nigeria and that the economic reforms are actually working and people are not complaining? Instead of complaining, they're actually lamenting that food is becoming too cheap. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007 07055 071 007 or 070 25201 007. Nigerians can be really, really, really hilarious. I don't know, serious conversation like this, but I can't take this message anyway. Like I always do say, once you're texting in, make sure that you vet what you are sending. There are certain words that you don't use. There are, certain things that you don't say, regardless of whether you're sending a text or putting a call through to a radio station, okay? 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Call me up, send messages, let me know what your take is. Do you think food is getting too cheap? When was the last time you visited a market or restocked, on groceries? Are things getting too cheap, especially food? 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Ossie, that it is, Honorable Ossie says, is Nigeria too, sir? Because I'm not sure you're talking about this Nigeria that we are living in. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. One more minute and we'll wrap up the conversation. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. We're talking about the statement that Senator Adams Oshiomhole made on live television, where he said food is becoming too cheap, and some Nigerians are even complaining that food is becoming too cheap. So I put it to you: how much are you buying rice at pepper and tuns in your area? Are things really getting too cheap, or the prices are getting, a bit fair? 07055 071 007. 07055 071 007. This one is from Koforola, says food is getting too cheap. Average Nigerians don't eat twice. Wow. Okay. 07055 071 007. You can also head to Facebook and drop your comments on Facebook at Melody 100.7 FM on Facebook. Melody 100.7 FM on Facebook. A big thank you to every single person that called in, sent messages, tried to call in but couldn't get into the studios. Thank you so much. And yeah, we'll take up the conversation, another one anyway, on Monday, because Melody Sunrise returns on Monday. Hence, a People's Assembly also would return on Monday. Okay, so it is back to the music for me. And do not forget that by 9:45, it will be time to actually celebrate someone with you and for you. So if you have someone that you really want to wish well or celebrate, all you have to do is to send me a message to either of the studio lines. So that would be, you send me their names, their phone number, and what you're celebrating them for, and also your name, so I can tell them who sent me, okay? Back to the music on Malay coming through with Safe Haven. Stick around and keep it locked. Don't go anywhere.
Melody 100.7 FM. Stay cool with Melody.
I put nothing above you. You know I put nothing above you. So many lies, but girl, you're the truth. And I'm so proud to call you my boo. I stick with you just like a tattoo. What is Caesar? Stay, you like my will stay. I didn't give you enough, I will stay. You can have it all, I will stay. I got nothing above you, stay. You know what I will stay. So many love, okay, you're the truth, stay. You're the truth, and I'm so proud to call you stay. Stay by you, I will stay. I will stay by you. I thought I told you, I really love you. And I don't care who had you. It's such a nice view, it's just me and you. You make the sky blue, the moon will pay you. Hello, hello, say you can hear me. It's weather for two, do me gentle. Wachakama, felawa, wachakama, felawa. Oh, my eyes have seen, so many shit on the street. And I've been to places you've never been. I know be small picking, I don't chop breakfast, lunch and chop dinner. My heart is cold like water, but you want me up Angelina. So I give up to Caesar. What is Caesar? Girl, you like my I didn't give you enough. You can have it all. I will stay. I got nothing above you. Stay. You know what I don't stay. I'm in love, okay, you're the truth. You're the truth, and I'm so proud to call you mine. Hello, say you can hear me. Wachakama, ferawa.
Melody 100.7 FM. Stay cool with Melody.
Both fear and faith, they ask you to believe in waiting you know this. Now you go choose.
I go cut my coat oversized this year. I know I carry chair just to I carry chair. And if the tables not on me, I go change the chair. Within they'll talk, I don't care. Got them aside, I know fear. I go back on the chair. Pass you guys, double. Please shake for back. From Abuja to London. This year they go no say I don't come. Smart work, no be a kitty. Las Vegas, no be last city. Vision sharp, good easy. Now useless work, I'm busy. I don't wicked now, should you racing. People bad, now you reason. Since 2015, I be singing. You self try if it easy. It goes up like dream, the type where you sleep. I swear to God Almighty, Popsy go show in a brand new truck with my mommy in the GSC. Before I find the waiting I seek, mouth no fit talk, you waiting I see. From this year, talk it to me nicely. Put him as in that supremacy. Oh, ask him for cash, double. Leave shit for back like bomba. From Abuja to London. This year, they go no say I don't come. Pass him for cash, double. Leave shit for back like bomba. From last kitty to London. This year, they go no say we don't come.
Melody FM 100.7.
Party like Sensia. She come from Jamaica. I like it for Tia. She said what's the formula? Put it back, we got the feel out. Mama Sensia. She come from Jamaica.
Melody FM 100.7.
I will. Wipe your sorrow, I will. Make you travel, I will. Apply wisdom, make you seek not less to build your kingdom. I will. Let it talk to the full basket and say you do what? Your body's too hot. See where you put ball, you want to gonna score. Bebello, gon' go as well. Cause I'm going every day like I big glue gun. I'm cocky, but I'm gonna be I no go let any man gonna form King Kong. Never give up, more chop up. I've been a loose skinner since when I they come up. Akbalak me, Akbalak mo. I don't turn OG for dungeon. I'm a yummy, I'm a llama. Say you know guinea fowl, cause they funny summer. Billionaires club, we be big boys. Young money, cash money, but we gotta make noise. On it too loud, we can't shout. If we drink big stout, then we say we too proud. I'm a dancer, giant low. I'm everybody, them go, oh my God. Rock well low, most stubborn now. It's a cool so, just so listen to me, I will. Hello, hello, if you're alive, I enjoy. Wipe your sorrow, I will. Go back to the massively, go love you. Make you travel, I will. Apply wisdom, make you seek not less to build your kingdom. I will. Let it talk to the full basket.
La la la, mama, mama, love. Big waist, big engine, I'm a tonso. More bomber, big body, I'm a jello. And I get on the girls and I love them all. I'm a bomber, I too much. Counts plenty money and I burn on stuff. And I know they carry Kelly with no like to chop. And I know they carry Kelly with no like to chop. Show me your face, call me a roll. Call me a roll, you nigga, call me a roll. Bounce on my body, baby, boy. I'm a giant low, but don't take for the game, we stubborn. And I know if you take all the mouse, man don't run. Now I'm a giant, I'm a man non stop. I'm on a giant place, I'm on no action. Live your life and enjoy.
Wipe your sorrow, I will.
Go back to you, I saw them all up in my world.
Make you travel, I will.
Signal light, apply knowledge, make you build your kingdom.
I will.
Go back to me, my son, all up in my world. I did drop Kelly, I be for color song. I did sample with an every color. Casa, Ricos, for the third love. After the club, me, I must lie low. I go carry you, go far away. Every single day, now holiday. On my bed, they do as I say so. So many things I bring to the table. I dig by your company, hey. Can you got the juice, stand girl, put up on the yellow grammy. Make you sing my name, constantly. Baby girl, I need you for the night and day. And when you call me, I'ma get you right again.
I will. Wipe your sorrow, I will. Make you travel, I will.
Melody FM 100.7.
Green light, on the mat, she put my waist like Lucy, no sleep till early momo, couldn't she do more next time? Attack, I'm on fire, give them, two-step, give them. I know BJJC, multi-pembe, 433, mini president, do my thing independent. Roll out, I stop it. Alhamdulillah, multi-jello. And I can't explain what's up at Joe. Iba, FN, she get aura. She just dance, they blow shisha. Big
smoke, she's get bar, mobile number. Guess who's coming to dinner? Netflix, mobile data. No man don't steal my chakra.
I don't wait for your last bus stop. I go attack you for CC. She go defense my baby, she don't know. Me, I be the see her for my dream, I don't feel. Make you look why me. It's your body believe it. For me, I don't feel believe you. It be like you know me. For money.
First confess, me rolling with the best girls in the concert. All these bodies with the scream, say make our own share. If you take time, they go waste time, they go boom, no problem. No time for Shabba chances. Put me up in the green like a play mantis. I've been praying so long, I've been waiting for this. Now the Sunday have me just like say they give me munchies, yeah.
All right, Adequate Code doing Attack, and yeah, we're back to it. This is Melody Sunrise on Melody 100.7 FM, 9:48 a.m. from the studios, and my name is Bolabad. All right, so I'm actually taking your request now to actually put that call through to that person that you absolutely want to celebrate today. All you have to do is to call me up or send messages, and I'll be here to put a call through to the person that you want to celebrate. All you have to do is to send messages. That is the name, the phone number, what you're celebrating them for, and I'll be here to put a call through to them on your behalf. 07055 071 007 or 07025201007. That is 07055 071 007 or 07025201007. Send messages, just messages only, to either of those studio lines, okay? You can also text me via WhatsApp, as the WhatsApp number is 07055 071 007. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Call me up, send messages, let me know sorry, not call me up. Send messages, just messages only, and let me know the person that you want to celebrate today, and I'll be here to celebrate the person for you. All right, so let us actually take this one. It's a message, and it says to wish Mrs. Ogurumbi Glory Merith a happy birthday, and from the Taiwo family. All right, so we're going to do that. We're going to put a call through to Mrs. Ogurumbi now and see if she picks up the call, and then we can wish her a happy birthday. Let's do that.
Dear customer, the number you have dialed is not reachable at the moment. Please.
Okay, so we would then try a second line, because two numbers were actually attached to that particular message. Okay, let's see if this one goes through. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, good morning, ma'am. Hello? Okay, we will try and call again.
Season's greetings, Nigeria. Press 1 to copy this tune.
How are you, my friend? Hello?
Hello, good morning, ma'am.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, ma'am. Is this Mrs. Ogurumbi Glory Merithma?
Yeah, this is Oburumbi Chloe.
Okay, so I'm calling you from Melody 100.7 FM in Ibadan, Nigeria. And I have a message for you from the Taiwo family. I gather that today is your 50th birthday celebration, Mom. Okay, so the Taiwo family says to tell you a happy birthday and that God bless you and God bless everything attached to you and connected to you.
Thank you so very much. I really appreciate so
much. You're very much welcome. So how are we celebrating today like this?
First, it was a birthday surprise for my husband.
Oh.
We are still on it.
That's cool. That's cool. Because I heard that there was actually noise in your background when I called earlier. So I just decided to put it.
I have to turn it down.
Okay. Have a great day. I love the fact that, your husband actually came through with a surprise. And then this is another one. So, yeah, have a great day. And yes, have fun today. And send some fun our way as well. You're very much welcome.
I'm so happy. Thank you, everyone.
You're welcome.
Thank you, my family. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
All right, now have a great day ahead of you and happy birthday once again.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay, so that's it. 07055 071 007. I have about 2 more minutes, so if your message actually comes through right now, I can always put a call through to the person that you want me to wish on your behalf. 07055 071 007 or 07025201007. 07055 071 007 or 07025201007. Those are the numbers to either text me on or text me on. Okay, 07055 071 007 or 07025201007. 07055 071 007 or 07025201007. Text me and let me know the person that you want me to celebrate on your behalf. 07055 071 007 or 07025201007. It's 9:54 now, and it's time for me to wrap it up and call it a day on Melody Sunrise today. Big thank you to every single person that was a part of the show this morning. Thank you so very much for the calls, for the messages, and for listening. Even though you're not calling in, I really do appreciate you. Thank you for staying with me. And like I said, Melody Sunrise returns Monday morning by 8 a.m. to 9:55 on Monday, but finest to be here on Monday. In the meantime, the conversation doesn't have to end. Follow us across all socials at Melody 100.7 FM. That is Melody 100.7 FM across all social media platforms. For me, though, it is at Bolabad across all socials. That is BOLABAD. And I would have to say it again. You can still come to the media house. Come to Melody House at number 2 MB Makwadero Street of Bodewasimi Bashori Ibadan to pick up your pass to celebrate with us next Thursday. We're having a big party, at the Professor Theophilus Hall opposite UCH next week Thursday to celebrate our 1-year anniversary. So the pass is free, but you have to come in here to pick it up, okay? I'd love to party with you, and I'd love to see you next week Thursday. Till next week when I come your way again, do have an amazing weekend. God bless you, and God bless Nigeria, like I always do say. I love saying that. Anyway, this one is A7S featuring David Guetta and Wizkid doing Lighter. Stick around and keep it locked, or Roy Lou comes up by 10 a.m.
Sitting on me, drinking white wine, taking me places I ain't been before. You make me feel like that. I did not know what it feels like. Taking my mind on a wild ride. I'm in for a lifetime for sure. You make me feel like that. You got control of me when I go deep in your water. Don't need apology. No, you can do what you want. There was a lot for the party, and you can tell that there's no doubt the way I feel about you now. Say whoa, anytime, any place, I'll be there for you, babe, you know. And if you need some space, I'll give it to you I did not know what it feels like. Sick in my mind, don't know why I'm right. I'm in for a lifetime for sure. You make me feel like that.
.7. Stay cool with Melody.
Aha! Better not ladi but again with better informate. Melody 100.7 FM. Obunga radio station with better. We're going to learn from a domot. Yes, we gonna meet Big Daddy. Big Daddy Categram for the program will be una well done every Friday. Now then we're gonna bring una better tori as you go to knock salutation for the domot of your friends. For our request program will be una well done. He go show face for Melody FM 100.7. Now there, the thing with the land and it go day melodious.
Green, yellow, blue, orange.
Children, are you happy?
An exciting program designed to engage, educate, and inform the children in a fun and interactive way is now live on radio.